Yeah, and we've seen them kind of try to do that to anti-imperialists also, try to attack their credibility. And again, this is a claim that I've seen against Jimmy Dore and Max Blumenthal, that they received money from an Assadist group. Okay. And I've tried to talk to people on Twitter about this, like, okay, so they didn't receive it from the Syrian government, right? No. Or they received it from an Assadist group. Well, what is an Assadist group? Is not wanting to go to war with Syria Assadist? Or is not believing that chemical weapons attacks took place? Is that Assadist? Because that's what Vosh used to call Jackson Hinkle an Assadist, because he was saying that the chemical weapons attacks at Duma didn't take place. So, by that logic, if you think that Iraq didn't have WMD, are you a Saddamist? Like,
right? Yeah. Honestly, I've never even thought about it like that. But no, that's a good point. Taking money from an Assadist group, that's. I mean, there's really no. I've seen it's hard to take that seriously, because whenever you look at it, it's kind of like 6 degrees of separation type situation here. It's like, okay, you found that one thing, that led to another, that maybe, it's total crap. And a lot of the people that are saying that, are like, people like the Young Turks who,
I think Bellingcat is the one who originally made that claim. Lord.
Yeah, and Bellingcat is funded by international dark money foundations from all over the world, the UK and the US. So they're really no better, honestly. Like there is no accountability for Bellingcat, honestly, at all. So anybody, so I find that to be completely absurd, especially when the fact that Aaron Mate has himself crushed their reporting on Syria in particular,
right?
Just completely
and winning awards for it.
And then the only thing that they can say is that you're an Assadist. And it was like, well, no, you guys were just wrong. And if we want to play the money game, well, that's just nobody knows who really funds Bellingcat. So I mean, I'm not sure if that's a place I'd want to go if I was them, because I mean, it's not gonna make them look any better. Matter of fact, it probably makes them look worse.
I guess I'm just saying, that's what they're trying to do the same thing in a way, because they can be undermined by the fact that they are demonstrably, I'm talking about TYT and Intercept, are demonstrably being funded by billionaires. So they're trying to do the same thing to attack the credibility of anyone on the anti-imperialist left, really saying that they're aligned with Putin and Assad, or they're secretly right wingers. You see that a lot too.
But who does that sound like? Right? It sounds like the DNC party line. That's word for word. You're aligned with Putin. You're aligned with Assad. If you don't want war with Assad, then it's the same thing. You can close your eyes and hear it being said by Hillary Clinton.
I think it really I think that when things heat up like they are currently in Ukraine, like that kind of exposes it more. Like, are we just going to see TYT taking the military industrial complex line that NATO should be pushing east towards Moscow, or what?
Given the size of the massive violation of international law in this case, if they cross the border and actually try to take the country, obviously you freeze all Russian assets all across the world. I don't care who it is, every oligarch, anything related to Putin, seize. Now, again, there'll be some idiots not idiots, to be fair, they're grifters, and I don't know who they're working for, some portion of them, but people pretending to be on the left, okay, and maybe a couple of people who actually are on the left and are, don't understand world politics at all, who are like, oh my God, freezing the assets of oligarchs. That's so warlike. Him taking Ukraine with 175,000 troops is not warlike, but freezing their assets is? Are you insane, right? So, and what about the people of Ukraine? Do they count? Are they human beings? As a progressive, do you care about them? Do you care about their freedom? Do you care about their rights, right? So now once you get beyond freezing the assets, that's when it gets impossible.
Right.
Because what are you gonna do, start a war with Russia? That's beyond a disaster. On the other hand, what are you going to do? Let them take one country after another, after another? If you don't stop them in Ukraine, and I don't, again, other than freezing assets, I don't know how you stop them.
Right.
But if you don't stop them there, then this world is in a lot of trouble. Because I guarantee you, Very soon after, China takes Taiwan because it's open season.
Yeah, you make a lot of good points.
I mean, time will tell. I mean, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, they got into some kind of hot water with their previous Ukraine coverage, back with the Crimea thing, a few years back. So, who knows? I mean, honestly, they could come out and push for full on, NATO intervention tomorrow, and I would not be surprised at all.